Hi, I'm Tina Dunn, and I'm your child's Algebra 2 Excel teacher. I want to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about what we do in the Algebra 2 Excel class. So once again, I'm Tina Dunn for Algebra 2 Excel, and welcome. A little bit about me. This is my 11th year teaching at LT. My first year was here at North Campus teaching Algebra 2. I spent 8 years then at South Campus teaching Algebra 1, and this is my second year back here at North Campus teaching Algebra 2. Some of you I may have even met having your child in my Algebra 1 class over at South Campus. I live in LaGrange and I have 4 children, 3 of which have graduated from LT, and my youngest is now a senior this year. I mention that because I truly understand the expectations that you and I have for the school, the expectations of the students, the workload, and even some of the struggles that we've had in these current days. I want you to know that I always try my best and I expect the same from my students. I don't think I have unrealistic expectations, but I do expect them to work hard. Algebra 2 Excel is not an easy course, and it does take a lot of effort on their part. So I truly believe if the teacher is working hard and showing respect, then the students are going to be doing the same thing. And I want you to let you know that I love my job. I am very proud to be part of the LT family. We have an outstanding school, an outstanding staff, administration, and probably most importantly, a very, very supportive community. About our class. So I'll just take you through what a typical day would be in our class in this remote learning. I always like to start reviewing previous lessons, or some of their, what I used to call homework is now just called practice work, because all the work is at home. So I review previous lessons or the practice work that the students have done. So I start that way, maybe with an opener or a couple math problems as a review. And then presenting new material, I'm going to be using a video format. So the students are put into individual breakout rooms in Zoom, and they are expected to watch a video that I put together based on the new material that we're learning. In the individual breakout rooms, it kind of helps with the distractions sometimes that you have from the other Zoom screens, and it gives the students time to ask me individual questions. They just invite me to their breakout room, and then I can answer some of the questions that they have there. I really like the video format idea because this way it allows the students to kind of work at their own pace. In the videos, I put questions kind of along the way so I can monitor as they're working on the videos. I can monitor where they're at. Sometimes I can even give them immediate feedback on some of the questions that are asked. After we've spent a certain amount of time kind of going through that new material, students know to work with the video, and then if they finish the video, they can start some of the practice work. After a set amount of time, I bring them back together in what I call the big room and separate us again into small group breakout rooms. In those small breakout rooms, the students have a chance to then work together, maybe ask each other questions, and it also gives me an opportunity at that time to visit every single small group breakout room, and with that small group, see if there are any questions. I can share material on the screen, and we can go over any questions that they have on the problems. Once we're done with the new material, the videos, and most of the students should be able to get their practice work done at that time also, then we'll come back together in the big room, maybe do a skill check, and again, it's another opportunity for students to ask me some questions. What are some of the expectations? Because this is quite different than what we're used to. My expectations that I have for the students during the class time is to watch the video. So I do monitor that. If they are not watching the video, if I see on my screen that they're not currently watching the video, I can go to their individual breakout room and see what's up. Sometimes it's a technical difficulty, and that does happen, but at least then I know what's going on with the students. So they're expected to watch the whole video during the class period and complete some of the practice work. Now, some who take a little bit longer time maybe going through the videos, and that's perfectly fine, might not have all of that practice work completed, so then it truly becomes outside of class work at that point. I do expect them to participate when they're in the small group breakout rooms. So we need to help each other through this, and they need to, count on their classmates at some points to get some information and to get some maybe extra help. I can certainly only get to so many in the time that we have together. So during the class period, I do expect them to help each other out in those small group breakout rooms. And then, of course, probably most importantly, make sure they ask questions. That is my expectation. If they don't understand something, to call me into their breakout room, email me, set up an individual Zoom meeting, whatever needs to be done so that they can get their questions answered. Expectations outside of class. The joy of having these videos is that they can rewatch them. They can rewatch them as many times as they need to in order to kind of understand the material. So if needed, rewatch the videos. Make sure your practice work is complete. And even probably more important than that, make sure your Canvas quizzes are complete. So in class, we probably will not have a chance to or have the time to complete the Canvas quizzes, but I will be giving the students 1 to 2 Canvas quizzes per week. These are online quizzes based on the material that they've learned. So it's not the practice work or what used to be homework. It's practicing working with an online quiz and, of course, the new material that they've learned. Their grade for these quizzes will go into Infinite Campus under the category of classwork. This will not count as a grade. We'll talk about that in a second. It will not count as a grade in this class, but it is an indication for the students and for me to understand where they're at with the material. If they're consistently doing poorly on the Canvas quizzes, then I know they're probably struggling with the material. As far as the grades, the only thing that counts for a grade in this class are the unit tests. We will have 4 to 5, just depending on how the rest of the semester goes. We will have 4 or 5 unit tests, which means each will be 20 to 25% of their grade. So they are going to be very important that the students are prepared for those unit tests. There is a retake opportunity after each test, only if their Canvas quizzes have been completed by the due date. So these Canvas quizzes are set up to practice. They're set up to practice what you need to know for the upcoming test. And since the upcoming unit test is going to be an online test, practicing the Canvas quizzes, which are online quizzes, is the best way that you can practice for those unit tests. So, and another reason why I put that grade in Infinite Campus is so the students, myself, and then of course the parents are aware of how the student is doing. As I already mentioned, the Canvas quizzes will not be part of the grade for the class, only the unit tests. However, you will see both. We won't have our first unit test till the end of September. So until then, you'll just see grades which aren't really part of the class grade. So hopefully this gave you all the information that you need to know about our Algebra 2 Excel class. I am available, so I am available for the students before and after school via Zoom. All they need to do is email me. I can be contacted via email at tdunn@dto204.lths.net. And as far as parents, if you ever have any questions for me, issues with the class or something going on with your child, please feel free to email me anytime. Thanks for joining me.